I'm going to take a giant leap for mankind in BASIC, and I want to demonstrate writing a program that has a use rather than playing about with printing words and printing the results of calculations. And in here, what I'm going to do, the end product is going to be a program that generates 4-digit random numbers, so that you can generate your own PIN number if you need to. You see, very little rehearsal. Right, so two things I want to introduce. One is what we call a loop, a for next loop. This concept is that the computer is told to do a certain operation a number of times. And I'll cover that when we do the program. Difficult to do in what we call immediate mode, typing it directly as I'm using it. And I also want to show you how to save your program and load it and run it, so that you don't have to keep typing in the program. Right, and the other thing that I want to show you is the random number generator. Random. In BASIC, we can say print. The shorthand for print is the question mark. Print RND 6 plus 1. Now, why do I do that? Well, RND is random number, and it generates, when I put 6 in there, it generates a number from 0 to 5, right? So a dice doesn't have a 0 on it, and it has a 6 on it. So instead of generating numbers from 0 to 5, putting that 6 and plus 1 does it from 1 to 6. And I'm going to print the number. And it did a 2. Does it run? No, it won't, right? So I'd have to say 10 print RND. I haven't rehearsed this, so I hope it works. Rand plus 1. Right, so we've got a little one-line program. So when I say run, we get an answer. 1. Run again. 1. Oh, that's a funny 5. So you can see that, right, I'm trying to get a 6. No. Right, so let's do a clear screen. Right, so I think I can show you how to do a for next loop in immediate mode. If I say for I equal 1 to 10, and then I can put more statements on one line by putting that colon in. For I equal 1 to 10, print Ted I'm making this up as I go along. And then next I. And what I've told the computer is, I was going to use my finger then, to take a number from 1 to 10 or 10 times and go through this loop, next eye. So it goes along there, it says next eye, back, next eye, back. And when the eye gets to 10, it comes out. Let's see what happens there. I should get TED printed 10 times and 1 to 10 number printed. So here. So TED 1, TED 2, TED 3, TED 4, TED 5, TED 6, TED 7, TED 8. Right. So I've shown you the RAND, and I've shown you the I've shown you the 4 next loop. We're now going to do a clear screen, and I hope this works and I don't have to go through it again. I'm not one for rehearsing and doing things. So I think I've got one here I prepared earlier. So when I right click, I'm hoping it's going to jump up here and hit me. Yes, it did. Whew, thank you. So here we have a program which I did earlier. And here we've got our good old friends clear screen and end. And we've got REM. And I said before that it was remember, which was wrong. It's remark. This program sets up a 4-digit PIN. So the computer does not act on that at all. It's just for your own benefit. And then it prints your PIN is, and I've done that to give a gap, right? Those spaces, give a gap between your PIN is and the actual first number, and putting that semicolon there forces the next print statement to go there, the next print output to go there. And here, oh, I got it wrong, haven't I? I've got this wrong. Oh no, that's right. We're going to have 4 digits, which is 4. And the number going to generate random numbers from 0 to 9, which is what we want. So we haven't got a +1 here, right? Like with the dice. So X equals a random number between 0 and 9, which is what we like. And I'm going to print X, and print that forces it again to come up here, but that semicolon brings it close to there, and that comma gives it a space. Then next eye. So this loop keeps going round here, and this loop winds up until I becomes 4, and when I is equal to 4, it comes out, does a little print, a line print, and then it ends, right? We've got that there. Right? So I'm going to say run. And your PIN is 8138, right? So that's that, and I'll do right, and I list it. Right now, another thing that I want to show you is that you don't need to type this every time. You can save it, right? So if you tell the computer save, and then put a quote in, save, and we'll call it PinGen, and I know I've got one on there, PinGen, so I'm going to call it 02, right? Save, PinGen, save, and so it's saved, and it saves that in the same folder from where you're running your Chipmunk Basic. Now, to show you what happens, if I type new, it'll wipe the whole of the working area, and here we go, new. We've got nothing. I clear the screen, I say list, and we've got nothing. I say run, we've got nothing. So the working area is right. So if I say load pin gen 02, I load it, it's loaded, I say list it, and there it's all back again, right? So an even easier way to do it is if I say new again, and the memory is all clear, right? And if I say run, there's nothing. What if I say, instead of saying load it and run it, I can say straight away run pin gen 02, and it will come up, it will clear the screen, and it will say what our pin is, right? So it's loading it, it's running it, and giving you the answer, right? The same if you have any other program or an app, you just run it, you don't see what's behind the run command. Enter. Your pin is 7487. And I don't know why that's bigger in there. It's interesting. Right. So, oh no, that's small. That's bigger. That's bigger. Right. So when I say list, and I'll leave you with this. So what have I done? I've shown you a for next loop, and that has amazing use, right? When you're doing programming, and this can be anything you like. Take the principles and adapt it, copy it and change some of the bits. So you've got your loop, and we're generating random numbers between 0 and 9 for your pin, and then that is it, isn't it? And you know how to save it, you know how to load it, you know how to run it so that it loads and runs invisibly. Okay, I think I've covered everything. All the best to you. Thanks for watching. Bye.